So let's quickly review what we have learned till now. What is a pronoun? Pronoun is a word that replaces a noun. What are the 7 types of pronouns that we learned? Personal, possessive, demonstrative, reflexive, relative, interrogative, and indefinite. What are some quick ways to remember whether it is a personal pronoun or a possessive pronoun? So if it is a personal pronouns, remember that they replace the person or thing and usually act as the subject or object of the sentence. So you can remember it like this. Think people pronouns. That is I, you, he, she, it, we, they. Possessive pronouns on the other hand, they show ownership or belonging. So you can remember it like this. So think possession, which is equal to own. For example, mine, yours, his, hers, ours, theirs. So this is some quick way to remember the difference between personal pronoun and possessive pronouns. So personal pronouns are people pronouns, and possessive pronouns are they determine possession or ownership or some kind of a belonging. How do we remember this? If the pronoun answers who or whom, it is a personal pronoun. But if the pronoun answers whose or shows something belongs to someone, it becomes possessive. So this is a very quick way to remember. If your pronoun answers the question of who or whom, or it replaces a noun, it becomes personal. Whereas if a pronoun answers a question of whose or shows that something belongs to someone or shows ownership, that becomes a possessive pronoun. Then, how do we differentiate between relative pronouns and reflexive pronouns? So relative pronouns link clauses or phrases to nouns. They join 2 sentences together. Think of it like that. They join 2 sentences together. So some common relative pronouns are who, whom, whose, which, that. So you can remember it like this. Think relationships between clauses. They connect sentences. Whereas reflexive pronouns refer back to the subject doing the action. So some common words are myself, yourself, herself, himself, itself, ourselves, and themselves. So you can remember it as, think of it as reflecting back. That means the action coming back to the doer. So this is the primary difference between relative pronouns and reflexive pronouns. So what is one quick way to remember the difference? So if the pronoun connects sentences, it is relative. Otherwise, if it shows the subject is doing something to themselves, that becomes reflexive. Okay, so relative connects sentences or clauses. Reflexive shows the subject is doing something to themselves or it reflects back to itself. And finally, interrogative asks a question. When you ask a question, you write interrogative pronouns. And indefinite pronouns refer to non-specific people or things. When you don't specify that you're talking about particular person or particular thing, when you're saying to somebody in general or something where you're not referring to someone specific, over there you will use indefinite pronouns. So fantastic work. You've learned everything about pronouns. That is from introduction to the importance of pronouns, its types, the rules that we need to follow, and we also did some small activity. So let's do a couple of practice sessions and try to understand pronouns practically. Let's try to do it together. So I'll see you in the next video.